What's up, everybody? I am Denasia, soon to be known as Nurse Nay, and welcome to my channel on Becoming Nurse Nay. First of all, I like my new background. It's so cute, isn't it? It took me a while to put it up. Before we get started, I want to say Happy New Year. By the time you guys watch this, it'll be 2021. Happy New Year to everyone. 2020 was crazy. It was crazy, but we're not going to dwell on the past. It's going to be nothing but blessings. Blessings on blessings on blessings in 2021. We're going to get through this year. We're going to be great. It's just going to be a great year, you know, trips, vacations, graduations, you know, everything. So, yes. So I have been getting a lot of questions about the nursing program, where I am as far as the nursing program and the nursing journey, how to get into the nursing program and everything. So I decided to post a poll on my Instagram. That's why you should follow me on Instagram at Nay the Great. It'll be right here. So I had did a poll on Instagram telling everybody to ask me questions, and I have written them down. So I'll be doing that today. The first question is, how long would it take for me to be the kind of nurse that I want to be? I want to be, okay, so the nursing program for your BSN RN is 4 years. You do 2 years prereqs and 2 years actually in the program. But I want to become a nurse practitioner. Why am I stumbling over my words? I want to be a nurse practitioner. So that's like 2 years. It's a 2-year program. So I will graduate, and me personally, I will start working, and I'll work at least 5 years just so I can become experienced and, you know, have a lot of things under my belt. But yeah, it's 2 years to do the nurse practitioner and 4 years for your BSN RN. The next question is, each semester, do you get different clinical experiences? You definitely get different clinical experiences. My first year, we did CNA work, for real. We were just cleaning patients, turning them and everything, feeding them. Vital signs, you're going to do vital signs throughout your whole throughout the whole nursing program. So you better be a pro at vital signs, because that's all you really going to do. But I think last year and the year before that is when we got into like the hospital. So we started giving meds and passing out medication. So it really depends on what's going on when you get to the hospital. Like, one of my classmates did a blood transfusion. Another one watched a lumbar puncture. So it's just whatever's going on. If you feel comfortable doing it, then they'll let you do it. And it's not like you by yourself either. You're going to have a nurse there and your teacher there. So question is, what are some things you do during clinical hours? Again, it depends on what's going on when you get there. For me, our teacher would like set us up with a patient. So initially we'll go into the patient's room and just talk to them, introduce ourselves. We are heavy on, our school's heavy on like assessment. So we do a head to toe assessment most of the times, just so we can get comfortable doing that. So that's basically what we do. And then we do a lot of charting as well, just so we can get used to it, getting in the computer, getting in the system. Yeah, and we go in the morning, so it's not really too much to do, other than like give medications and all of that stuff and just talk to your patients. That's really what we did last semester. We did head-to-toe assessments, passed meds, and just got to know our patients and try. What aspect of nursing do you think would be the most challenging? I would say for me, it'll probably be the death of the patient would be the most challenging for me, because of course we want to save everybody, but we can't. Death is sometimes inevitable, so we can't. So that's something that I know I'm going to have to grasp. I know I'm going to have to see death eventually. So yeah, that's the most challenging for me. What was your hardest class and why? Definitely Adult Health 2 Med Surg was so hard, y'all. It's only because it's so much information, because you're learning about the body systems, you're learning about diseases, how they affect the body, signs and symptoms, what medication is treated, if it's even treatable. I mean, it's very interesting, but it's just a lot of information. It's a whole lot of information that you have to remember. Do I have any regrets? As far as the nursing program, I don't think I have any regrets. This was a growing and learning experience. I'm saying it like I'm done with school or something, but so far it's a very growing and learning experience. I learned how to depend on myself more, but I also learned how to depend on people. For everybody who thinks that they don't need somebody, you definitely need people. You definitely need a study group. You need to reach out to people, because if I haven't gotten, listen, if it wasn't for my friends, if it wasn't for my study group, I do not know where I would be. But yeah, definitely you need a support system, because it's gonna be those tough times when you think that it's you the problem, but it's not you. It's really the program. But yeah, it taught me how to. It showed me how smart I was, because this is not easy at all. It showed me that I wasn't weak as well, because this is just a mind game. It's a real mind game. What would you do if you were struggling or falling behind in a nursing program? For me, because it's been a lot of times I've been struggling, I would go to my advisor, my teacher. I would go to my professor and ask them what it is that's going on, what they think I can improve on. Because most of the times they'll tell you that your teachers like when you go to them, because they like to see that you're interested in learning. They like to see that you want to pass, you want to be successful, because they're not just going to put you out there into the real world and you don't know what's going on. You don't care. If you don't care, then you out here about to kill a patient. Like, they like to see people trying. They really like that. So definitely reach out to your professors. Honestly, if I hadn't reached out to my professors as much as I did this last semester, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't have passed. Like, honestly, they like that type of stuff. But other than reaching out to my professors, I would say that flashcards really helped me, because I am a hands-on learner. So I have to reread stuff a lot of times. I have to write them down a lot of times for me to grasp the concept. So flashcards definitely helped me. YouTube videos as well help me, because they teach, they teach better than the professors, but they, explain it better. So I would say YouTube videos, flashcards, whatever you got to do, even mnemonics to make it funny. Like, you have to have fun with studying, or you're not going to remember it. Don't just try to beat yourself in the head with, material. You have to make it fun. You have to make it so that you remember it. Also, study groups as well, because it's easier. To me, I found it's easier to study in a study group than by myself, because I can easily pick up my phone. I'll be on my phone for the last hour and I'm like, what just happened? But study groups definitely held me accountable. They help you, because it may be somebody that's not understanding, or you may not be understanding something, but they do, and they can help you out. You can help them out. So study groups are definitely a big thing. What inspired you to be a nurse? As cliche as this sounds, I really do like helping people. I like seeing people better in themselves. I like seeing people get better. I would say one of the biggest things is because my grandmother, she was in the medical field. My sister does stuff in the medical field. My mom works in the medical field. So just watching all of them as well. And I love babies. And children, so that's why I want to be either a NICU or a peds nurse. But yeah, they really what inspired me to become a nurse. Even when my grandmother got sick because she had Alzheimer's, even watching the nurses come in and out, it was just really inspiring to watch them and see them help her get better. Yeah. What was your toughest class in the program? My toughest class, again, was Adult Health 2. Another tough class to me was, I would say pharmacology was hard, only because it's a lot of medications. But flashcards is really what got me through pharmacology. Patho, you're learning about diseases, so it's a lot of information as well, but it's not as bad as adult health at all. What qualities make you a good nurse in general that you have learned in the nursing program? From what I've seen, and even me going to doctors myself, I would say that a good quality is caring about what your patient has to say, what's going on with them, caring and understanding them, because you can know all the material that you want. You can know how to do anything, but if your personality sucks, if you have a terrible attitude, like, you won't be a great nurse to me, and that's just that on that. What's the best advice that you can give a new nursing student? I would say to definitely have fun while you're not in the program, because study, that's going to be your second language. I want to say that you should learn how to time manage if you don't know already. Learn how to time manage. be self-organized, get you a planner. Speaking of planners, I have something very big coming up in 2021. So again, follow my Instagram because that's where I will be posting it at. But yeah, other than time management, self-organized, but just go in with an open mindset because it's going to be so different than what you're used to. Like, just go in with an open mindset, nothing but positivity. I know it's easier said than done because it is hard, but don't give up. Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on your dreams. If this is something that you want, keep pushing, because it's going to be those times where you're going to feel like I said earlier, that you're the problem, that it's you that just can't grasp the information, but it's just because it's a lot. So don't give up at all. That's one thing I can say. Don't give up. It's going to be hard, but it's going to be worth it in the end. What was your toughest time in the program? I would say with COVID going on, because it's a lot of stuff that we couldn't do. Going back to clinicals, like, it's so much that we couldn't do. We couldn't, like, okay, so we had pediatric course, during the summertime, last summer, and we couldn't do the pediatric clinicals because of COVID. We can't do the OB clinicals because of COVID. So, and that's a lot on us because, I mean, most of us want to be OB nurses or work with babies and work with children. So if we can't get that experience, then, I mean, you know. So I would say COVID definitely messed up my nursing school experience, just because it's a lot of stuff we couldn't do. Even with community health, we would be going to like urgent cares and stuff around our community. We can't even do that. So COVID definitely, not only because of clinicals, but we have to do everything online. So it's like we're teaching ourselves the information. I mean, we still have classes and everything, but it's kind of like we're teaching ourselves. We're not in a school setting. We have to really depend on ourselves to do the work because it's so easy to get distracted at home. So yeah, it's COVID. How is nursing overall? I think nursing is beautiful. Nursing is a great field to get into. The nursing program overall really teaches you a lot about yourself. It teaches you a lot about yourself, about those around you. Yeah, I think it's great. I think it's great. Nursing to me is great. Has your passion for neonatal nursing changed? Y'all pay attention. Yes, my passion has changed, only because working on the mother-baby unit, the times that I did have to take a mom to the NICU or just go over there, I see that I don't like routine. But, I mean, I'm not always in the NICU, so I can't say that I know what's, really going on. But from working on the mother-baby unit, I don't really like routine, and that's kind of what the NICU does because they're used to seeing the same things, but you see different things, but it's the same different things, if that makes sense, versus the ER where one day you could see somebody with a broken toe, the next day somebody's spleen could be falling out. So like, you never know. That's why I kind of think I want to do pediatric ER more, just because I like staying on my toes. I like spontaneous things. That's just my personality. So yeah, I don't know yet, but I'm giving it up to God. I'm just gonna apply to places, and whoever assessed me is what I'm going with. But that's the beauty in nursing as well. If you don't like one track, you can go to something else. How much have you spent on books, and how many did you actually have to buy? When I first got into the program, my mentor, bless his heart, I love you. But my mentor, he gave me most of my books for free, so I really didn't have to pay for the expensive ones, because it was one that was almost $300 for the whole kit. But I didn't have to pay for too many books. I did rent books, but the most is like, you're going on Amazon, you're going to use that book for the semester and send it back. But even with that, the most I spent was probably $40. Now, it's the labs that you have to worry about. The online lab courses is what I really had to pay for, and those were like pushing 100, 124. Like, those is what, because you can't rent those, and you can't use somebody else's because you have to start from the beginning. So that's what I really had to pay for. That kind of broke my back. Next question is, how many papers did you have to write in nursing school? I think 3. We had to do 3. We had to do a patho paper, which was like 8 pages. We had to do it on a disease. I did lupus because my sister has lupus. And then this next semester, my last semester, we did a 15-page paper that took Oh, I about died. But that 15-page paper, I did it on metabolic encephalopathy. So yeah. And we did like a health assessment paper our first semester as well, but I don't think it wasn't that bad. So I mean, I guess you could count it. But yeah, so I would say 3. Basically 1 every semester, low key. I'm trying to think if I had any papers. I don't think I had any papers my second semester, but the first one and this one I did. What was your biggest fears to overcome before working with patients? Again, it's the death. That's my biggest fear that I need to overcome. When we were in clinicals one time, because we went on the med surge unit for our clinicals this semester, so we did see a lot of patients cold. I think actually 1 didn't make it, so definitely the death I'm gonna have to get used to. I know I am, but other than that, it's gonna be the patients getting mad at me. Like, I don't want the patients to get mad at me. I'm trying to help you, help yourself. I'm trying to help you. So I'm not trying to get cussed out. I don't want to get cussed out because I'm not a patient. Yeah, I think it's just that, or doing something wrong, maybe like giving the wrong medications, or it's a lot. But yeah, I would say that's one of my biggest fears to overcome. I just think I have to be comfortable working in nursing. I just think I have to be comfortable being a nurse, and that takes time. So yeah, I know I'm gonna be scared my first day, especially my first day by myself. Like, I know that's gonna happen, but yeah. So thank you guys for watching this video. Don't forget to like this video. If you have any questions that you want me to answer, definitely put them down below and I will do my best to answer them. Again, don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Nate the Great. Subscribe to this channel for more updates, and I pray you guys have a wonderful 2021. Thank you. Goodbye.